Have you ever left a social setting and suddenly felt, I don't think the people I met today liked me? And what if I told you that this thought has almost no logical basis and is nothing more than a trick your brain is playing on you? A trick so powerful that it often pushes you to make conclusions that have nothing to do with reality. Today, we're going to break down the psychological mechanisms behind this feeling, the brain processes involved, and, step by step, how you can escape this mental trap. And believe me, what you're about to hear might influence your life far more than you expect. According to research, most people assume that others like them far less than they actually do after a social interaction. This phenomenon is called the liking gap. But why does this happen? Because once a conversation ends, instead of remembering the positive moments, your inner voice zooms in on thoughts like, why did I say that? Did my tone sound weird? Did I talk too much? These small details distort the way you interpret your own social performance. The interesting part, the other person feels almost exactly the same way. In social situations, both sides often think, I don't think they liked me very much, and both are wrong. For the brain, rejection isn't just an emotion, it's a kind of pain. Whenever you believe you're being socially excluded, a region called the ACC, anterior cingulate cortex, which is also active during physical pain, turns on. This is why the feeling of, I'm not wanted, hits so much harder than other emotions. Your brain tries to regulate this pain using the VLPFC, ventrolateral prefrontal cortex. Some people have a stronger system here, others have a weaker one. So what happens when the system is weak? The thought of, I feel unwanted, slowly transforms into a deeper belief, they must not like me. This isn't a character flaw, it's a neurological reaction. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, when did I first feel this way? Childhood experiences of exclusion, neglect, bullying, or harsh criticism strengthen the brain's sensitivity to social threats. People who went through these experiences often interpret even the smallest silence as something serious. And a mental process called rumination, replaying a thought over and over, magnifies the problem dramatically. A small pause in the conversation can turn into a full, why doesn't anyone like me crisis once you lay your head on the pillow. But the feeling isn't reality. It's simply your brain misinterpreting neutral moments. Scientific research points to 3 mental mechanisms that warp social reality. 1. The spotlight effect. You think everyone is watching and analyzing you. In truth, people are busy living in their own heads. In one experiment, participants were asked to wear embarrassing t-shirts and eat in a mall food court. Many said they couldn't focus because they felt everyone's eyes on them. But when other people in the area were asked, 77% didn't even notice the t-shirt at all. This experiment perfectly shows how powerful and misleading the spotlight effect really is. Number 2, self-discrepancy. The bigger the gap between who you are and who you want to be, the more inadequate you feel in social situations, and that fuels the belief, they don't like me. Number 3, self-verification theory. If you believe you're inadequate in any way, you assume others see you the same way, even when they don't. If you can't trust your own worth, expecting others to see your value becomes incredibly difficult. Research shows that some people have higher rejection sensitivity than others. This isn't about weakness, it's about differences in personality and the nervous system. Because of this sensitivity, the mind interprets even a neutral facial expression as, they don't like me. Studies indicate that when these individuals face social rejection, real or imagined, the alarm systems in their brain fire extremely intensely. This personality style is known in the literature as type D personality. These individuals tend to be both socially reserved and more focused on negative emotions. Their reactions shouldn't be seen as flaws. They simply need a different kind of emotional management. Sarah is 28, warm, friendly, good-hearted. When she talks, she seems happy, and people actually enjoy her presence. But when Sarah leaves a social setting, her inner voice starts spiraling. Did I talk too much? Did they get bored of me? Why didn't they message first? Small uncertainties activate her brain's alarm system, and Sarah withdraws. Eventually, her relationships weaken, loneliness increases, and the feeling becomes proof in her mind. To Sarah's brain, nobody likes me now feels true. But reality is different. People did like Sarah. She just couldn't see herself as someone who deserved it. Because all these factors pile up, we misjudge how much people like us. The brain processes social pain like physical pain. Past experiences heighten rejection sensitivity. Rumination magnifies small details. Cognitive distortions twist reality. Personality traits intensify emotional reactions. Put them together, and even a harmless look turns into a "they don't like me" signal. 1. Remember the liking gap. Your inner voice may be misleading you. Simply knowing this begins to shift your perception. 2. Practice self-acceptance. Spend 2 minutes a day thinking, my imperfections are part of who I am, and I'm valuable with them. This helps silence the brain's false alarms. 3. Take small social steps. They don't have to be big leaps. Go out tonight, sit in a cafe alone, have a drink, and don't analyze anything. Every successful small step lowers your brain's threat perception. 4. Break the rumination loop. When a thought has been looping in your mind for too long, pause. Take a deep breath and ask, is this a fact or is it just an interpretation? Most of the time, it's only an interpretation. 5. Recognize your own patterns. The more you understand what triggers you, the more control you gain. The feeling of nobody likes me is far more common than you think. It doesn't mean you're flawed or weak. It's simply a protective mechanism your brain created. Now that you understand how it works, each moment of awareness turns the volume down a little more. And over time, a healthier inner voice begins to form. Maybe I'm more liked than I realize. A small exercise. Think of a moment from last week when you thought, they didn't like me. Now write down 3 alternative explanations, positive or neutral. Even this simple step can start reshaping your thought patterns. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'd love to read your experiences in the comments. This journey is just beginning, and you're not alone.